And one thing that stuck out to me in particular was this question over the stimulus package that has been held up in Washington, D.C., as you know. And President Trump tried to squarely put the blame on Nancy Pelosi and pretty much was blaming the Democrats, as you would expect. But I wonder if you have any inkling as to how this is going to play out on voter day if a deal isn't done. I mean, will either party be punished?
I doubt it, because both parties have done a very good job in shifting blame to the other. And you say, well, what do neutral voters or undecided voters think? There are hardly any of them. The Democratic voters think that Joe Biden has a good point when he blames Republicans. The Republicans think Donald Trump has a great idea in blaming Democrats. It's not going to happen before the election, and it's not going to make much of a difference because it just reinforces the party views that already exist.
Yeah, that indeed is the case. Larry, good morning. Thank you for joining in this conversation. How much would President Trump's health report and the transparency of his health report, the whole COVID-19 diagnosis, that period be of consequence for voters post this town hall? Because a large part of the initial conversation was focused on that.
Well, the last thing that the Republicans and President Trump want is for this election to turn on COVID, because the virus has been a disaster for the Trump administration, and they prefer to talk about other things. But you can't avoid talking about what has killed already 217,000 Americans just this calendar year. I don't think that was a pleasant part of the conversation for President Trump. I don't think it helped him. Maybe some other pieces of it helped him, but you have to remember who was watching. This was a heavily Republican crowd.
Oh, yes, it was. And I wonder what would be the deciding factor then between now and election date in what could turn the tide for President Trump, especially in the states where he's trailing behind Biden.
We have a term called October surprise, and almost every election has at least one, and some elections have 3, 4, or 5. So we have enough time remaining before November 3rd, although millions of people are voting every day already. 17 million Americans have already voted. There may be surprises, but they can come from both sides. I can't tell you something will make a massive change in the election. I doubt anything does. But we didn't know that the FBI director was going to reopen an investigation into Hillary Clinton about this time 4 years ago.